That's literally what I understood. So I'm glad that you were able to say it again just to confirm. And so I'm going to be sharing with you what I think you can do. We're going to be focusing on the interview and some strategies you need to have on the interview. And then we're going to focus on the confidence and how to get started in a new job and what you need to know. But before I get into that, I wanted to talk a little bit about your resume. Like this, but I'll go into depth of that particular job and what you need to, the answers you need to craft for that job and what I anticipate that they'll ask you. Honestly, having the technical background is going to be helpful for you, but you're not really trying to be a network engineer. So your AWS certification is great if you're going to go the network engineer route. If you're going to be a programmer, knowing the Jenkins is going to be great. So you're in detail of Jenkins, but you don't need that necessarily to do the business analysis. I want you to focus on the thing that you're going to do right now, which is the business analysis. All the other things are great, but they're background noise. You're going to do a bunch of things. You're going to be spread so thin doing all of these things, but I want you to focus on the thing that you want to do right now, which is get the business analyst job. Thank you for sharing that. And it's basically a good resume, but I went through it and there's some things that I thought that you probably need to tweak. The problem with the workshop is that you're dealing with a group of people, right? The main thing about the workshop is that you are the facilitator of the ideas. And you could be the one taking note of the ideas, or you could have a scribe that you assign. Because sometimes it's hard to facilitate and also take notes. So you could probably get somebody to help you take the notes. But you want to be the person who's driving them in the right direction. But it just gives you background information. You could listen to it while you're doing something else just to get those words, those jargons soaked into you, right? So that you can start using them later on in life, right? Because now that you're trying to transition into business analysis, that's not going to grab an employer's attention, right? So you want to make sure you don't have like conflict and it turns out into arguing. You are the center of the whole discussion, but at the same time, you're not imposing your ideas on them. Stakeholder means something. It means a lot. So customer, not so much in what you're trying to say. So stakeholder would be a better way to say it, right? So you just need to start using the words, right? You just need to know the lingo to start using them. And it's okay. I'll give you suggestions as to what you could say. That would not be a good solution, I think. I would leave that for the last resort, if any at all. You're there for them to come up with ideas themselves. You need to be the one asking the probing questions to help drive them in the direction that you want to get in, right? So a lot of the times when you have a workshop to facilitate, you kind of already know the outcome that you want. It's always good to know the questions that you're going to ask to drive on the outcome that you want. You don't want it to be a free form too much because you might end up just going everywhere. And at the end of the day, you don't accomplish nothing. Right? So you have to have a set agenda. Like these are the topics you want to discuss. And these are the answers we're trying to come up with. Obviously, they're going to come up with things that you didn't think about, but you want to have a structure that you're trying to work with. And then we're going to walk through that work sample that I gave you. It's, as I said, I give you 2 files. It's going to be one with the problem, one with the answers. You're going to try the problem for yourself first, not looking at the answers, and then see how you compare. Then you want to know, how do you get people to start giving you ideas? Because sometimes you get a bunch of people into the room and everybody's quiet. And 1 or 2 people start talking and they dominate the whole conversation. You don't want to have that. You want everybody to be participating. You want it to be a collaborative event. So you normally start off your workshop with something that's generic enough to get them talking, like an exercise to get them talking. There was one that we did. You want to show that you're going to use all of your skills because you have them. You have to apply. You have to get out there. You have to put it out there. You have to get the interview. You have to answer the recruiters. You have to get your LinkedIn set up. You have to do it. Because that's the only way you're going to start making the change to get to where you need to go. If talking to them, they're difficult. Maybe you schedule a different appointment or a different meeting. And so over time, you wear them out. They just tell you, like, you're going to show persistence in this. So I'm glad that I clarified it for you. I'm glad I was able to clear the fog. Okay. And I really hope I am confident you're going to get a job soon. Because you already have all the scaffolding ready to go as a business analyst, and you already have a master's degree. I mean, you're just ready. You're just primed. Right? So I'm looking forward to getting that email. So you got to go deep on that. Go deep on that. You already have so much already going for you. Like I really don't know why you don't have a job right now, because you already. but it's helping you to think through this stuff, right? It's helping you to understand, oh, that's how I should think about it. Oh, this is how you'd write it. So that's going to help to build your confidence as well. You just have to carve the time out because this is very important. And you already have all of those transferable skills. And if you really want to get out of social work, getting into business analyst, I think would be great, especially if you target the healthcare direction so that you're answering it the right way, that I think that you'd be more able to get the job. That's what I've done for a few people. And I've not had anyone who did that who hasn't gotten the job. The resume and the specific job details and the specific, like the people they're meeting with and all that stuff. And then I do help them craft how they answer the questions that they're going to be asked. I did see that you spent a lot of time putting it together. So that's great. I could see that you put some work into this, but there are some things in there that I wanted to ask you about. So I noticed that you have a lot of experience with, so I'll send you that document now when I'm done here, and I'll send the recording afterwards. And we're just going to work on this together. And I'm looking forward to getting your email about getting your first job afterwards. But your energy should be focused on getting the next job. And that includes, after you've improved your resume, sending those resumes out.
Comes up before you actually put out your mentorship information or whatever is next, and I will just try to see if I could get on your calendar again, and we'll just have another quick meet if possible.
Yeah, we do the actual interview, mock interview session. Okay. Want to do that? There's that as well, so we could do that when that.
Oh, good. Okay. Well, thank you.
Thank you so much. I can see the smile coming up. All right, good. So I'm going to send you this recording. I'm going to send you the documents. And if you need to schedule the other one for the interview practice, then you can do that when you're ready. Okay. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. This was a pleasure.
Okay. Enjoy the rest of your evening, and I will talk to you next time.
All right. Thank you.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Bye.